We good? Okay.
Thundercats.
Why the fuck?
Thundercats.
Mickey Mouse robbery Nazis prison theater.
Like, my nigga, like, did you
So dumb, yo.
you thought that shit was okay?
He thought he probably was like, oh, this is gonna be hilarious as he was typing it out. Like, man,
I got y'all.
fuck you, dog.
I'm telling you, this is like the dopest part. Is that y'all don't know and y'all do all of this research. I have no idea what y'all got, and it makes a great show to me.
Yeah,
Correct.
it's like part improv, part theatrical. Like like you're prepared, but you're not really prepared.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so hold on. Are you recording, man?
Yeah, we're recording.
Okay. I should have got some more liquor for this one.
Correct. Because I'm just like, damn. And I've already been drinking. That's the crazy part.
I'm about to be litty in this joint.
Tonight. I'm going to get fucked up.
Okay.
All right.
The name of this story is Mickey Mouse is Jesus and the Nazis crucified him.
Oh my God.
Yo, this is Dean Beanz, international rapper. And for those who know me, I'm not just a music guy. I'm a guy with a whole crazy ass life. And I got a lot of stories to tell. So I talked to my two buddies, Red Myshelle and Jahi, and tell them all of this crazy stuff. And then we pretty much talk about a bunch of useless information.
Here we
Mickey Mouse
go.
is Jesus. And the mouse.
And the Nazis crucified him.
Crucified.
Ooh, child the ghetto.
Doom, 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 doom.
Okay.
Doom, doom, doom.
Okay, so starts out, I'm on a train going from Amsterdam.
I knew you were going to say Amsterdam. I knew you were going to say that.
Because
Go-
when was you on the train?
This was 2013.
Yeah.
I'm on tour with myself, nobody else. As soon as we cross the Germany line, the train stops. They ask everybody for a train ticket. We are literally in the middle of nowhere. Like, all I see is land in a train station. They ask everybody for their ticket. I pull out my phone. Here's my ticket. They say, no, we need a paper ticket. I say, I don't have a paper ticket. They said, get off the train. Kicked me off of the train in Germany. I don't know German. I don't know where I'm at. Thank God I was in the military, so I could maybe now. I got a compass on my phone. You know, which way is Amsterdam? And just walk for 5 years, whatever. So, anywho, I get off the train. I'm fucking pissed because they tried to swipe my card, but of course, there's no internet on the train. It didn't. They couldn't get no money. Mm-hmm. Thank God it was a kiosk at that train station where I could buy another ticket, but it's in German. I don't know the Deutsch. I just don't.
Expressions in Deutsch.
Right?
Nah.
I don't know German. So somebody help me get a ticket. I get the ticket. I run. I jump in the train, and as my ass passed the door is closed. So I literally got on the train off the skin of my ass.
You literally almost lost your cheeks.
Yes. So I sit down. Whew, man, okay. And then start talking to this guy named Ed. Ed is from Rotterdam, which is another part of the Netherlands, right? Mm-hmm. He's a teacher. And I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm really into history. I'm really excited to go to Berlin for the first time because I know so much shit happened and something is telling me that we didn't get the whole story, right? So he starts teaching me on the way. As we're riding, we're seeing stuff and he's really talking about it. And you can see that some stuff was there since World War II, was still there. Like this barn might have got shot up and it's there.
Yeah.
You know, not a lot of them, but you'll see some stuff. So Ed is my new homie now. You know what I'm saying? Why he's going to Berlin, I don't know. But this is my homie now. Get off the train. Nice talking to you. Boom. I had somebody who was going to meet me there that was from Heidelberg, Germany.
Okay.
I still love her.com. That ring a bell?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Her name is Vanya Lange. And she promotes music. So she set up the tour dates for me.
Oh, dope.
So
dope.
While I was in Germany, she met me in Germany. I got our rooms. It was in a hostel, and she picked me up. We get on the train. We go to the hostel. Boom, cool, cool. We are in East Berlin.
Ooh.
So you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I knew nothing. I knew absolutely nothing about East
Yeah,
Berlin.
East Berlin, like being on the east side.
No, East Berlin is like the commie side, kind of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, what I didn't realize is when the wall came down, the East Berliners was like, we wish the wall did come down. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of them felt that way because before the wall went down, it was beautiful, nice. The wall came down, graffiti.
Because West Berlin was a completely different
Exactly.
environment.
And it's trippy, like you'll go and you'll see parts of the wall that they left up, and you'll think that it's just a wall. No, it's a wall and a courtyard and another wall. So I scale the wall and look over, and you see just a bunch of grass, but you see a shooting tower. So you hop that wall thinking you scot-free, and you are a fucking target. And they just pick your ass off. So if you can make it to the other wall and get over, you a bad motherfucker. So I'm chilling in the hostel, I'm hanging around, and Ed hit me up. He said, yo, you want to go watch a movie? Now, I never had a guy ask me, do I want to watch a movie before?
Right.
It's a little weird, but I am not in America. Things are totally different.
Right.
Sure. He said, yeah, man, it's this place where this guy, he invites people to the house, he cooks some food, and we watch a movie. I'm like, really? People can do that? In my head, I'm thinking, damn, that's a hustle. That might be the shit.
Right.
Anywho, so I didn't have a bike. He had a bike. He met me close to where the hostel was, and he just walked with me while pushing his bike. And I noticed as we was walking by, it was this one little place that was all painted black. And there was some little old guys sitting in front of him wearing black. Excuse me. Liquor burp. I didn't pay them no mind. I did notice them, but some little old men wearing black. Well, what is that? We kept it moving. So we walk about 1.5 miles, bust a right, and then we get to this door. He said, I think this is the house. I was like, you don't know him? He was like, no, I don't know these people. And just walks in the house. I'm like, nigga, we gonna get shot. We gonna die. He said, oh, come on in. I said, they just do that? You just walk in people's houses like that? It's okay. Oh, shit. Right? So I walk in the house and I look around like this. What the fuck did we just walk into? It's a giant movie screen on the wall. It's tables. And then to my right is Mickey Mouse on a crucifix. I will show you.
Come again. Say what?
Mickey Mouse. I just lost it. Mickey Mouse on a crucifix. Hold on. I found it real quick. I definitely took a picture of that shit.
What?
Yes, Mickey Mouse on a crucifix.
How did you? He had on the shorts.
It was Mickey. And I'm like, what? Where the fuck? Am I about to be a sacrifice? What the fuck is going on?
This is not happening.
Why is Mickey Mouse
This is not what I imagined.
with a dollar sign over his head?
What?
Yes, I'm finna show you.
Not the NRI.
Here we go.
inscription?
Mickey Mouse on a crucifix.
That is definitely Mickey Mouse.
Look at this camera. Can you see it in there? That's okay. I'm gonna put it on there. So Mickey Mouse is on a crucifix, smiling with gold pants and gold boots on.
What in the world?
Wow.
I said, Ed, what the fuck is that? He says in his Netherlands tone, I do not know. I'm like, I'm gonna die.
This is it.
This is
how you go.
Something weird is going on. So we sit down, and it's this couple there. I want to say white couple because they was white, but in other countries they don't say white.
Yeah.
That's like an American
Yeah,
thing.
it's American thing.
Yeah.
They was from somewhere. How about that? They was of European descent.
Okay.
And we're kicking it, having good ass conversation. I'm shooting the shit. You know me and my psychology ass, so I got questions that's like vast and really in depth on the mental and shit. And they're like, "Wow, you're a very interesting person. You're from Detroit, like America, Detroit." I was like, "Yeah." They was like, "So do you really have to carry a gun all the time?" I was like, "Well, I would like to, but No, I don't necessarily have to, but it's just a good thing to have.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, what do you guys do? The lady says, well, I am an acting instructor. I was like, oh, you teach people how to act? She said, yeah, I teach in the prisons. I said, what?
Come again.
I'm thinking like, okay, I go to jail and this nigga's in there doing Hamlet.
Or Cats, nigga.
Like, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Like, who's Juliet in that bitch?
Oh my god.
Fuzzy navel.
Niggas is doing Othello in a D's block.
Right.
The fuck? No.
So,
They probably doing Tyler Perry plays now.
I hate you.
man, like, what kind of acting are they doing? I'm just. What are you? I don't understand. Like,
to be or not to be.
In jail.
in like the last thing y'all want to read is a sentence. God damn.
Man, like, you feel me?
So I'm sitting here tripping because I'm in this spot. I'm in Germany. I'm in Germany, and I'm in a random person's house that my friend, my new friend that I don't know that well, don't know at all. We just walked in their house. Mickey Mouse is on a crucifix, and this lady teaches prisoners how to be motherfucking a Shakespeare character. I am blown away at this point, right? So they bring the food out. I'm like, damn, this shit look good. Ate it. Damn, this shit is good. So we ate the food, and then they cut the movie on. The movie is in Spanish with German captions.
So
You screw, bro.
Listen, however, I actually, just from the actions, knew what they were doing and saying. It's the weirdest shit. It was a movie about a brothel.
Okay.
of course.
It was a brothel, and like, you couldn't be a street whore. You had to work out the brothel, but this one chick kind of wanted to just do her own thing. She was independent. You understand
She
what
was
I'm
an
saying?
independent
She
hoe.
had an independent hoe. She had her own hustle.
Right.
And it was just all about this chick and this guy starting to like her and wanting to treat her better. And she was torn between being a hoe and being a lady.
Wait. So is this the German Pretty Woman?
A German Drake video.
I can't remember the whole movie, but that was the premise of the movie. So we watched the movie, and the way they do it is after you eat, you watch the movie, and then you talk about the movie. So they asking me, what do I think? And I was like, well, I don't know shit they said at all, but it looked like she was a hoe. And they say, what's a hoe? Oh,
She has sex for
prostitute.
money.
Does that make whore, trollop? I don't know.
Scallywag?
You know what I'm saying? Biatch. I don't know.
$40. Do any of that ring a bell to you?
40
Me
ball,
love you a long time? I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Streetwalker? Like, help us out here.
Correct.
So we talk about have a great time. I leave. Before I leave, I was like, bye, Mickey. And he was like, goodbye. He didn't say that. Hello, I'm Mickey Mouse. I'm Pluto. Anywho. So it's raining outside. Oh shit, we walked a mile and a half in this motherfucker.
Dog.
It's nighttime. And so Ed says, yeah, well, I live this way, so I'll see you later. Oh shit, it's nighttime. I'm walking by myself in fucking East Berlin that I don't know is East Berlin. You know what I'm saying? And I I know the way home. It was this way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I go this way when I see the little shop that makes my favorite sandwiches. Bust a left, I'm at the hostel. Boom. So I start walking. And then, so say for instance, this right here, the way my hands is, say that's about a block's worth. It was a block's worth of empty space on my right. I pass a tall building and then it's just grass. As I'm walking, a car pulls up and parks. Well, there's nothing there.
Mm-hmm.
So why did they park? My spidey sense said, zzz, 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 bullshit, something's gonna happen. Right?
Hold on, do your spidey senses again?
Bullshit, something's gonna happen. So I slow down and this lady gets out the car. Another car pulls up. Two guys get out the car. I slow down again, and I kind of, you know how you lean back a little bit so you can get your good.
Yeah.
They start walking towards me, looking dead at me, saying shit. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And they're coming dead at me. So I'm at this point, I'm like the first person to get close. I'm just going to lay their ass down.
Yeah.
They got close enough to where you are.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't close enough for me to strike. But my hand was ready.
You was ready. You was Arthur ready.
He said, give me your passport. What? I give you my motherfucking passport? I said that. I literally said that. I don't think he knew what motherfucking mean, but I said, I ain't give you my motherfucking passport. He was like, give me your passport now. So now I was like, you got to take this bitch from me. And I'm thinking, I'm about to get into a fight in Germany. I'm going to go to German jail.
German jail.
German jail.
Listen, man, Americans are getting trouble out of the country.
It's bad.
It's really
Hell
bad.
Really bad.
Like, that's frowned upon. Like, you should not.
Yeah.
You should think about that.
Okay, so I'm like, I'm going to go to fucking German jail. Oh, shit. Because I'm going to get into a fight, and I'm going to fight for my life because I'm by myself. I done heard about motherfuckers that kidnap people and take their fucking organs and leave them some goddamn where. You ain't getting my goddamn liver, you son of a bitch. Nor my passport.
And that's just that on that.
So now I got my hands up like, I'm ready to go. And like, we need your passport now. I said, you not getting it. You got to take it. What's up? And they was like, they said they were citizens police. So apparently in Germany, the citizens can do police work.
Mm-hmm.
It's raining. I'm pissed. I'm just like, you still not getting my passport.
I don't give a fuck what you on.
Where's your badge at? No badge. So I'm like, no. But something in me, I don't know why, something said, what if this really is a thing?
Mm-hmm.
So this is what I'll do. I'll pull my passport out. I'll hold it real tight. And if they try to snatch it, pop, I'm just going to lay their ass out.
Yeah.
So I laid it up and he looked at it and he was like, where did you come from? I was like, man, I was around the corner watching a movie with Mickey Mouse and my friends. What the fuck? And what they told me was somebody got robbed down the street at knife point. And a black guy did it.
Of course.
Of course.
At this point, I have dealt with racial profiling, but never arrested on racial profiling. So I was like, do you think I would rob somebody and then just go take a stroll in the fucking rain? Are you fucking serious? Are you serious? I'm not even fucking, you can hear my voice. I'm not from here. So I came all the way from Detroit to Germany to rob somebody at knife point. What the fuck am I going to get?
And where you going with it?
Exactly.
You motherfucker. So now I'm going to fuck off. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going to get in trouble, I'm just going to get in trouble. I'm going off.
Correct.
And he says, I'm sorry, enjoy your stay here at Germany.
Mr. White Man.
Mr. German man.
No, white. White.
What?
Yeah.
Whole white man.
So I'm just pissed off. You know what I'm saying? So I get back to the hostel. There's a chick at the desk. She was cute too. Sarah, that's her name. Sarah was at the desk. I go in there, I tell her what happened, and she was like, well, you understand you're in East Berlin, right? I'm like, what do you mean? She was like, this is where the Nazis that are still alive are here. There's some around the corner at the little store that's black. I was like, those was Nazis? She said, yeah. She said they're kind of harmless now because they're really old. I was like, I walked past Nazis. She said, yeah, you probably did. So I'm like, oh, I'm going back.
Challenge accepted.
I'm going back. So the next day, I get up. I'm finna go see some Nazis. And I go by myself. I walk around the corner, and there they go, sitting down. And I walked over, and I stood in front of them with my hands on my hips, and I say, Ain't this a bitch?
So this is it.
Not so damn tough now, huh? Laughed and walked off. And that is how
Look,
Mickey Mouse was crucified by Nazis.
never.
Disclaimer, German don't mean Nazi. Nazis mean Nazi.
Nazi
Okay.
is Nazi.
Correct. There's so many,
My life is awesome, man.
so many layers.
I'm not gonna hold you up. I actually some of my research was almost spot on for one of the clues.
Really? Which one?
Prison theater.
Prison theater.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we'll get to that. We don't have to start with that because we
We had a conversation.
I'm still stuck with this Mickey Mouse on
Yes.
the crucifix. Like, is this like some form of art? Like, is this symbolism? Like,
Yes.
What
is
does it
going
mean?
on?
So-
And what's with the dollar sign
So
over his
Mickey
head?
Mouse was he was gold and he had money over him. So they were actually shaming the capitalism ness of Disney and all of this stuff. A lot of stories were stole by Disney.
Yeah.
It's a lot of Disney was actually, I believe he was a racist.
Yeah, if
There
you
are
watch the
stories.
movie Dumbo, rewatch it again.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a lot of racial
If I could
connotations.
see an elephant fly.
Somebody actually wrote a book
Yeah.
about how racist
Yeah.
Walt Disney
There
is.
are some parts of the movie Fantasia that were out, but now they're not anymore because they had racial backtones to them.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. So it was symbolism, but for all weird purposes, when I seen it, I was shook a little bit. Like, what the fuck is about to happen?
Because not
what did
only
he
was
just-
it Mickey Mouse on the crucifix, but Mickey Mouse also had on gold pants, and he also had a dollar sign
over his head.
over his head.
Right. What? And I done seen too many weird ass movies, man. You know what I'm saying?
And
Yeah.
nothing talked about that.
Yes. And everybody's like, "Oh my God, don't live in a hostel. Have you seen the movie?" I'm like, I haven't seen the movie, and I'm not scared of a hostel. But then I walk in that room, and I'm
You
like,
was scared of the hostel.
I mean, but you were out of the hostel.
I was out of the hostel.
Yeah, so it wasn't
Yeah.
a hostel that was the problem.
because
It's
hostels are
stranger's
norms.
house.
Is norm out there.
Yeah.
It's not so much hotel.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you staying in a hotel, you got some bread.
Hostels are a little bit different.
Yeah.
So while I was in the hostel in Amsterdam, I met a Mexican who was studying black language.
So AAV.
AAV.
Yeah, that's what they call
Really?
like Ebonics or whatever.
They changed the name.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
okay.
yeah. So he wanted to learn AAV. What does that stand for?
I don't know. I have to look it up again. I'm gonna do it right now while you share your information.
Okay, so I was like, okay, I'm about to teach you. I'm going to the store. He was like, okay. I said, you ready? I'm about to say it real fast. He was like, okay. I said, I'm finna go to the store.
Oh, AAV is African American Vernacular English.
Boom.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm finna go to the store. He said, say that again. I said, I'm finna go to the store. And when I said it and I heard myself, I said, holy shit.
It sounds like a whole language.
It does sound like a whole language.
Or you could say, I'm about to hit the stop.
Yeah.
Correct. Do y'all want anything?
Y'all want some?
Y'all want some?
What y'all want?
Some. SUMN.
Right.
Y'all want something?
So in my head, I'm like, here's the lesson. I said, words that end with ing, take the G out.
Mm-hmm.
Words that end with er, get rid of the R. Get rid of the ER and put an A there. Nine times out of 10. You know what I'm saying? I said, and when you got all of these words, take the space out and make it one word.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, what? I said, and then you have words that replace other words. So going to is finna.
It's always will be
Finna.
finna.
Right? I said, I'm is not I'm. We pronounce the I and I'm like the A in UK English. It's So I'm finna go. He said go. I said tuh, not to.
Tuh.
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 Duh. Stow.
Finna go to the
I'm
stove.
finna go to the
I'm finna go to the stove.
Because one thing about me, I'm going to say finna.
So I'm listening to a Mexican practice saying, I'm finna go to the stove. And then I realized, you know what? The way we speak is actually a real language. When they need to quit telling us that it sounds like we're not educated. We actually have a dialect.
Yeah.
Because black people could say that to each other, and we know exactly what.
Just like saying you good can mean a plethora of things.
Yeah.
It could range from like, is you straight? You good, like you didn't do nothing wrong, or like
I'm straight on that shit,
or like you might think you had me fucked up, but you good. You feel me? Like it varies.
And here's the thing, especially in America, it's easy for us to pick up on the different dialects in different regions. So you go down south and they say a certain thing, it may throw you off for a second, but you be like, okay, I get what you're saying.
Yep.
Exactly.
Like my sister lived in Alabama, and some shit she threw me off, and I was like, oh,
yeah.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, right.
Okay.
And then don't be there too long because you find yourself talking just
she sounds
like
so
them.
country. It's so funny. I'm like, bro, you not from the west side of Detroit no more?
Exactly. It happens. And, like we need to stop thinking that our language means it's ignorant.
Right.
It's not. We just got our own
Or
shit.
like people was mad because like teachers wanted to teach Ebonics in school. And I'm just like, okay, but like you need to understand what I'm saying. Like if I'm like, oh, this tight, I don't literally mean like it's snug, like it's fresh.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like this dope, this sweet, this looks good. Like when I say something that's dope, I'm not saying something that's drugs. Like you need to understand what I'm saying.
In the words of the great poet O'Shea Jackson.
O'Shea.
Oh shit.
O'Shea.
Here's a little something about a nigga like me.
He thought because I had on a shirt that said I was dope, he thought I was selling bass but didn't want to hear my case. I'm dope. I ain't selling it. I'm fresh.
Bars.
Yeah, man. So how's about tight? When I was growing up, tight was a bad thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, because you were upset.
It was like, damn man, bro got killed. Damn man, that's tight.
Really?
Yeah, tight was bad.
Well, I mean, you
See,
just a few years older than me, but I think it was forming into both right around.
I heard tight meaning like, oh, I'm tight, like I'm pissed off, or like that's tight, like that's
like
sweet.
tight, that's sweet.
Yeah. Tight was like something bad.
I didn't hear tight meaning like, damn, that's fucked up. You know what I mean?
I mean, this had to been. I mean, what you thinking, like mid '80s?
Definitely mid '80s.
Yeah, so by the time the
so.
early '90s hit, I think that's when tight started being like
a
fresh,
good thing.
sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, so all black people have done this. We have all made up a slang word. What's yours?
I've made up a slang word.
Every black person has made up a slang word.
Oh man, I don't know.
Really?
I don't know if I made up one.
Really?
I didn't make up one, but somebody around me made up one, and we say that's scudded.
Scudded?
Yeah, that means that's fucked up.
Yeah.
So somebody be like, damn, somebody stepped on my J's and I got to take them to the shop. You be like, damn, that's scudded. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
funny.
Or
is
like
hilarious.
my baby mama on some bullshit. Like, damn, that's scudded. Like,
Yeah, I hit this old scudded ass pussy. So mine's was, and I don't know how I made it up.
mhm.
It just came out, and I was like, that got a ring to it. Doing down bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doing down
What that
bad.
mean? Put it in context for me.
Ask me for some money.
Can I hold something real quick?
Shit, man, I'm doing down bad right now.
I like that. I'm doing down bad.
Doing
like,
down bad.
Not only am I down, but the shit is bad. The
I'm
fuck?
doing down bad right
man,
now.
that means I'm
Like,
broke.
baby,
broke.
I ain't got 40 cents. You want $40.
Yeah, and this is only for my hip hop heads. I will use the title of an album as a phrase.
Oh, I dig that.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So ask me for some money again.
Damn, Ren, I need $20. You got me?
Shit, I'm on a low end theory. No, my bad. I would say Tribe Called Quest.
Low
end theory. Yeah. So you would have to know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, bro, what's going on, man? All these motherfuckers hating on you. Shh, Tupac. You get what I'm saying?
I actually did something similar today. You did something. She said gracias, which is
Right.
gracias. And I said Jason's lyric.
Yeah, see?
Yeah. So you have to know, you know what I'm saying?
And if you don't know, you be like,
Yeah, so you definitely have to be
I don't get it.
up on your black culture shit to know what's going on.
Okay. So I'm about to test y'all.
Oh, here we go.
Some people talking shit, and I go, I'ma start. What that mean?
I don't remember. I ain't gonna
Oh,
hold you.
hold on, wait a minute. Because I only watched that movie once.
When they started singing.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we about to jump your ass.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the cool thing about the Africans was they knew that they couldn't understand their language, so they would sing. And while they were singing, they was literally giving each other instructions. Hey, grab him and slap the shit out of him. Hey, stick your foot in his ass now.
That's why I kind of be like, shit, maybe the world don't need to know Ebonics.
You know what? No, they don't.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
I'm perfectly, being like, dog, dog tripping, you know what I'm saying? Let's set them up. And they be like, what that mean?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Movie slang. Stop throwing fucking parties.
I feel like I know this. I should know this.
Brain fart.
State property.
Ooh.
Throwing parties
I haven't seen that in so long.
is people getting hit by the police or getting robbed at the dope spot. He was talking to him in jail and couldn't say it, so they called it parties. And he was like, "Stop fucking throwing parties."
Like basically, stop getting caught with your dumb ass.
Who is your favorite slang maker?
That's a good one.
One of my favorite got to be definitely Snoop.
Snoop. Okay,
Definitely.
He's my number 2.
Number 2.
He'll probably be my number 3. E40 is for sure.
The
GOAT.
GOAT.
I was about to say.
40 is
I was
the
about
GOAT.
to say E40 for sure.
He's the GOAT.
You took it from me.
Sorry.
E40 for it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
E40 for sure. Like
Okay.
I was like, who got the lines?
E40 pop quiz. Yaper.
That's paper.
Okay. Okay.
Good one.
Ding 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 ding. Quarterbacking.
Back on your bullshit.
Nope.
No.
And you lost your point.
Damn.
I'm trying to remember the reference real quick.
Quarterbacking.
That sound like a weed reference.
No. And you lost another point. You in the negative.
Stop answering.
Okay, I should have. My bad.
I don't know.
Quarterbacking means running the show.
Okay.
What does the quarterback do?
Yeah, he
Call the plays.
call the plays.
Yeah.
Boom. Okay, so we had it. I gave y'all some keywords as always.
Man.
For those who don't know, I have these crazy stories, and I pick out items out of the story, and I just give them keywords, and then they research these keywords, and they end up trying to figure out what the fuck the story is going to be, and it's never that, but the research is always awesome. So you had Mickey Mouse, robbery, Nazis, and prison theater. Did y'all research all of the words?
I have at least one thing for everything.
One thing for everything?
At least.
I
At
got
least.
stuck at the Nazis part, but yeah.
You got stuck at the Nazis part?
I did find out something interesting on the Nazi part. So
Okay.
but that was like my one and only thing.
One and only thing?
Yeah.
Okay, Red. What you got? Because he only got one thing.
For Mickey Mouse.
Whatever. Mickey Mouse first.
Yeah, let's go
Yeah,
on.
because I didn't get anything for Nazi. So for Mickey Mouse, I remember the toy that I had when I was little, and it was a Mickey Mouse tape recorder.
Mm-hmm.
And I was cool with playing with it until I seen the movie Child's Play. And not only did I have a Mickey Mouse tape recorder, but I also had a Teddy Ruxpin or whatever the fuck it was.
Teddy
called.
Ruxpin.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm like, all these toys can talk. They gonna kill me in my sleep. My mama had to open the closet every night to let me know that Chucky wasn't in there. But I'm like, he in there.
And Mickey Mouse was...
And Mickey Mouse was gonna strangle me in my sleep.
You know what that reminds me of? Y'all ever seen Poltergeist?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where the arms came out of the bed and
Yes.
wrapped around the girl's legs? Listen, I ran out the room. And
Listen.
I got the fuck out of there.
I did not.
Like she could not convince me. Like it's got batteries in it. If I take the batteries out, it ain't gonna work. I'm like, fuck that.
He was like,
yeah.
"Blue, I'm gonna kill you."
Period. I'm like, nah, I'm straight. So yeah, that wore off for me. So then it just sat at the end of the bed.
No one Mickey Mouse.
Nope.
Ironically, she had Minnie Mouse ears last week.
Ironically.
Ironically.
Buy her a Star Wars shirt, so I wasn't thinking about that.
Speaking of shirts, I want to give a shout out to Retro Black.
I like that.
I've been waiting to wear this shirt on this show. This is a Detroit clothing line.
Dope,
They
dope.
are all for us, by us, but not FUBU.
LL.
Shout out.
Because FUBU was for the bread.
So since you talk about Mickey Mouse, the automatic thing that goes in my brain is Disney World.
Disney World.
You know, the most magical place of all.
Magical.
So I found this story involving Piglet
Piglet.
Yeah.
at Disney World.
Oh, dear poo.
So one evening, Piglet was working at the Crystal Palace
Okay.
and moving from table to table, interacting with the guests.
Okay.
He went to a table where a couple were seated. Piglet proceeded to offer the lady a kiss on the hand, but her boyfriend was like, nah, bruh.
And knocked Piglet out.
Apparently, the boyfriend became enraged and punched Piglet dead in his stomach.
He was like, oh, dear.
Oh,
So the cast member that obviously was wearing the Piglet costume ended up with fractured ribs.
Damn, off of one punch?
And then the old boy that did
Was
the
it the
punching,
Hulk?
yeah, then the old boy that swung the shot was banned from Disney for life.
imagine getting banned from Disney World.
You are banned from Disney.
the
Disney,
happiest
bro.
place on earth, and you can't go.
You can't go to Epcot Center.
Okay, so
You can't go to Stone Mountain.
So here's my question. What was Piglet gonna do with his woman?
In a costume
Okay, so
where his actual lips are not touching her.
so we're gonna make up a scenario to where it was actually okay for him to punch Piglet on his woman. I'll
There's-
start first.
Okay.
So they're at the party. Piglet worked for Dancing Bears. He ended up at the wrong place, wrong uniform. He worked at Disney and he's a dancing bear. He just forgot. So he walked in front of old girl. He whipped the stick out and he swirled that bitch like this in front of her face.
I'm trying to ignore him.
And he was like, "Did Piglet just put his dick in my white face?" Broke the rib.
What's funny is that Piglet is a pig and his ribs were broken, and that's what's
That's
really
hilarious.
funny to me.
That's hilarious.
He was a dancing bear.
dog.
He pulled his pork out.
He tried to pork her.
Maybe he had a Woody and he was poking out the costume.
Oh, Piglet was on some porker shit.
Yeah, he was trying to pork her. Wee, wee.
Yo. You trying to pork my wife.
Okay, why did Piglet get punched?
All right, so Piglet's on duty. He rolling through the hood.
Rolling through the hood.
Shit, they shot him. He was a pig.
Oh dear.
That's it. End of story.
They thought,
That's it.
They
they
shot
thought
the
he was a
pig.
police.
That shit flew right over my head. Okay. Red, why did Piglet get punched?
Dog, Piglet got punched because he's a door-to-door salesman, and they thought he was bringing pork chops, but he actually brought steak.
Damn.
Hey, that'll make me mad.
You would get mad at somebody because they brought you steak instead of pork chops?
You a pig? What you doing with this cow meat?
I mean, but the cow meat's better, right?
Right, but that's not what you said.
Well,
Yeah.
you ordered
Keep
what
your-
you ordered.
Keep your word
Yeah, facts. Damn, Piglet.
You had one job.
before you get murked out here.
I want to know, when the fuck did Ryu go to fucking Disneyland? Because nobody could punch through a Disney costume and
Dog.
break
break
a rib.
somebody's ribs.
And Piglet had he had a belly.
Yes.
So you had to go all the way through, dog.
He's
got
a
punched.
pig. He's
Listen,
a
bro.
legitimate pig.
He got
That-
punched by He-Man, nigga.
Like, now, if you had been like, oh, I punched Tigger, then I'd be like, okay, maybe.
Was it Lufa Rigno?
Had
It
to
was the
be.
Hulk. It had to
to
be.
been the Hulk, bro.
How do you punch through a costume?
And break somebody's ribs, though.
Or it was Chuck Norris.
Because, you know, he got a fist in his beard.
Yo, Chuck Norris. Tell me y'all know Chuck Norris jokes.
I'm about to find some.
Here you go.
I know a bunch.
Here you go.
Mm-hmm.
When Chuck Norris jumps in the pool, he does not get wet. The water gets Chuck Norris. That's my favorite Chuck Norris. Listen, there's a website full of Chuck Norris jokes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my
Dog.
God. I got one. In the beginning, there was nothing. Then Chuck Norris roundhouse kicked nothing and told it to get a job. When God said, "Let there be light," Chuck Norris said, "Say please."
Say please.
That is obnoxious.
Okay, so we did Mickey Mouse.
Wait. One more.
One more.
Because this is probably a very
Chuck
little.
Norris's tears cure cancer. Too bad he has never cried.
I quit, yo. All right, so last thing about Mickey. Very last thing. Because I don't think a lot of people know this, but he was almost named Mortimer.
Mortimer Mouse.
Yes.
That sounds depressing as fuck.
Could you imagine trying to sing the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse song, but it's Mortimer?
Hello, I'm Mortimer Mouse.
M-O-R-T-I-M-E-R.
I can't spell your name. Fuck, I'm out of shit.
Nigga, what?
Mortimer Mouse.
Mortimer Mouse.
Mortimer Mouse.
Oh,
Donald
man.
Duck.
That sounds terrible.
Horrible.
That sounds depressing. Like Mortimer the Mortician. Like, you know, like.
When I was a kid, I used to sit up and practice Disney voices. You see, I can do Mickey Mouse like ain't nothing.
All right, Goofy, go.
Goofy. Wait a minute. Oh, hiya, fellas.
All right,
Remember he fall off a cliff, he'd go, Daffy Duck.
Nigga, if you spit on this mic, I'm punching you. Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh.
That's Disney.
So the thing about Winnie the Pooh, it's easy to do his voice, but for whatever reason, when they recorded him, it's stupid that I know this.
Mhm.
You can hear the wetness of his mouth, and that's what
'cause
makes
he had
him
like a lisp.
sound like that.
Yeah.
So he'd be like, actually, Pooh and Piglet sound really close.
They do.
They sound really, really close.
Might have been the same voice actor.
It probably was. You know, this guy that did Looney Tunes, he did like a lot of the voices.
Yeah.
Yeah, so where Piglet was really quiet, he was, oh dear.
Yeah.
Pooh was like, oh dear.
Yeah, different tones.
And then you got Eeyore, hey Pooh.
He's a little lower than that. It was like, hey, Pooh.
And then you got Tigger. That's what Tiggers do best.
T-I-double-gut.
Yeah. I used to, I love doing the voices. I thought I was going to be a voice guy one day.
Ah, word up.
Yeah. And then Police Academy came out, and my man to do all them voices.
Shit on your world.
Man, that nigga was a helicopter, a
Man.
yacht.
How? How?
He was great, man.
He was mad.
And he was
To this
still
day,
good,
One of the
yeah.
best to this day.
Yeah. Okay. Robbery. Y'all had to find tons of shit on robbery.
So we was on the same page with the robberies. I was like, what's a dumbass robbery?
I figured y'all was gonna go to the dumbest robbery store.
So
Always.
that's where I went with it.
Mhm.
And I got two burglars decided that DIY disguises were the way to go for their planned break and enter.
What?
They both scribbled on their faces with black permanent marker before breaking into an apartment in Iowa. So the police caught the pair in their vehicle not long after. Apparently, they had been under the influence of alcohol, so don't drink and draw.
So they said, we're gonna just draw a mask on our faces. See, this is the thing about robbery. Let me give y'all robbery etiquette, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's etiquette to this.
There's a
Yes.
way.
It's levels to
It's
this.
okay.
You have to always think about when you're going to get robbed. Don't ask me how I know this. I just do, okay?
Okay.
You always got to think about getting caught. I mean, like, it's a possibility of getting caught, a possibility you have to try to get away. Well, the way you can get away is if somebody sees you, you don't look the same. So you wear dark clothes so you don't get seen. But if you do get seen and you run away, you take the dark clothes off and you have very light color clothes on. And you can just walk away.
Yeah.
That
Right.
makes sense.
So if you put magic marker on your fucking face, how do you take it off?
Because like magic marker don't come off easily.
Not
No.
at all. Not at all.
It comes off
But
But
it's
yeah,
very
you gotta-
hard.
yeah.
eventually.
The thing about like if you're committing a robbery, you have to be efficient. Everything about what you're doing has
Come
to
on,
be within the-
technicalities.
Yeah,
Like
has to be
it is
in the
a
time.
difference between somebody marking a star on your hand because you in the club and you over 21.
Right. They didn't put makeup on like dead presidents.
No.
They put magic marker on their face.
Permanent marker.
They was probably high too, because you know people get high off
Had
that
to
shit.
be high.
Correct.
So what I learned is, so I like to make y'all guess numbers. What do you think the largest bank heist was? Amount of dollars stolen.
A bank.
Bank heist.
At least $1 billion.
Okay. What you got?
$1,001,000,000.
Fuck you.
You old Prices Right ass nigga.
We ain't no furniture set coming through.
Right. Y'all both a little over, but it was
$1,000,000,001, Bob.
It was $920 million.
That's almost $1 billion.
They
though.
get away?
Yeah.
Well, no, if they writing about it, they couldn't have.
Well, no, I mean, once you
Well,
get
that's
robbed,
true.
you know how much is gone.
That's true. That's true.
Did they get caught is the question.
Most of the cash was recovered. So yeah.
Most
Yeah,
of
they
the
ended
cash.
up raiding certain places. Wow, American soldiers made off with hundreds of thousands of dollars for themselves and their families. 35 service members were caught. Whoa, wait a minute. Let me break the story.
American soldiers, wait a minute.
Wait.
We got robbed by America.
Wait.
America.
America.
One day before the Iraq War began in 2003, some guy named let me back up. All right. Another robbery in Baghdad became the largest bank heist in history. The mastermind was none other than the Iraqi dictator Saddam Hussein.
Bro.
One day before the Iraq War began in 2003, he sent 3 large trucks to the central bank. He also sent his son Qusay with a handwritten note asking to withdraw nearly $1 billion to keep it from enemy hands. The money was loaded into vans and driven away. Most of the cash was recovered in the ensuing raids, but it doesn't end there. Tasked with counting the illicit loot, American soldiers made off with hundreds of thousands of dollars for themselves and their families. 35 service members were caught.
Wow.
This nigga wrote a note, was like, yo, I need
So
to make
now
a
you got to deal
I need
with
to make a
dishonorable
withdrawal.
discharge because
Because
Yeah,
the
but
person
think
that you about
the
to go
stories
over
you
there
can
and
tell.
try to kill,
correct.
dog.
I mean, man.
I robbed the government, bro.
Listen, man. Y'all seen Three Kings, right?
Yes.
So you mean to tell me you over at war, you're murking people. People are trying to murk you and you find the treasure.
You taking the treasure.
Yes.
You taking the treasure.
Because at the end of the day,
Absolutely.
the military personnel not even getting paid that much. Because if they was getting paid well, they wouldn't have to lead with, well, we'll pay for your college. You know what I'm saying? If
They
you
get
decide
paid
to
pretty
go.
good.
So after,
Yeah.
after,
They get paid.
after a while,
war
yeah, that
war
money-
pay is really good.
Well, war
Yeah.
pay, yes, but if there's no war,
Well, that's what I would over there.
Yeah. So
Yeah. If you get deployed, you making some good money
my
and you don't
work
have any
ethic
expenses.
is extremely low because
Oh.
I'm not going to risk my life.
And you
because-
get free college. Yeah, it's good money. However, you might have to murk a nigga.
you might have to kill
But
somebody.
it's like, with you murking a nigga, you also might be
Yeah.
the murked nigga.
But
like
that's the roll of the dice.
no, thank you.
all right. So like,
No, thank you.
so think about this. So you know how they're pushing for free education, free college, and everything.
Yeah.
Like, yo, how bad do you feel that if you just joined the military and then all of a sudden everybody gets to go to college for free, and you went to the military just so you can get the free college, not like because I want to be a soldier.
Well, I mean, it's niggas that's in jail for weed and it's legal now.
Yeah.
So
that's
Yeah,
true.
or like
That's
people
true.
that paid their student debts off, but now it's programs in place where they are
Yeah.
forgiving student loan debt. I just feel like if you paid yours off or you paid your debt, you know what I'm saying, whatever, Be nice about the person who don't have to pay it, because you know what that shit feel like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts. I mean, shit. Times change, and then some people just catch the ass
You
end
just
of
sit
it.
there and be like, damn, I wish my student loans had got forgiven like this. But in hindsight, you still don't owe nothing.
I'd have been
so
like, damn, I wish Saddam was my homie so we can get this money.
Get this
Get
bread.
this
Just write a
coin.
note.
But then again, these people still got caught.
Well, here's an interesting fact. You get a lesser charge when you rob a bank with a note.
Really?
You're
Yes.
not armed.
Why not when it's technically premeditated?
No, you get a lesser charge. You still get bank robbery,
Right.
but you don't get aggravated robbery because you didn't have a weapon.
Yeah.
So for all my people out there who want to rob a bank and roll the dice, write a note. They're going to
But
give
what
you the
if
money.
the note say, like, I got a gun? It's a bomb in here somewhere.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's
as
fine.
long as you don't pull a gun out
long
your
as you
coat.
don't have it. Long as you don't listen. If you give them the note, they're going to comply because that's what they're trained
It's
to
a
do.
train to do. Yeah.
But you're gonna get caught. So you got to be smart because they do have those little dye bombs. They really do.
Yeah,
be
they're
in
real.
there.
Mhm.
So what you got to do is, don't ask me why I know this. I just kind of know. You get a big enough bag to where you can wrap the dye thing up separate from the money, right? You wrap the dye thing up separate from the money because it's gonna pop.
Yeah.
You plastic that bitch up with a garbage bag and duct tape, so the money's on this side of the bag, that's on the
The
other
dye
side
pack
of the
is on
bag.
that side.
Let that bitch pop in the damn thing. Some money still gonna get fucked up, but
Because the dye pack is on some of the money, correct?
Mhm.
yeah, but you just leave that shit in the bag and all the stuff that's on this side of the bag, you take that money.
And you just take that dye pack as a loss.
Yep,
Pretty much.
but you're gonna get caught
Yeah.
because all of that money got serial numbers on them,
That's
and
true,
once
yeah.
you start spending this money, it starts to get traced
Like,
back.
you
and-
would think that people would think that any money that goes to the bank has serial numbers, can
Yeah.
be tracked. Like, there's no such thing as unmarked bills once it hits the bank.
Exactly. So what you got to do is if you want to spend the money and not get caught, you have to very slowly spend it in the streets,
Mm-hmm.
not in places.
Like on drugs.
not,
Drugs,
I'm
guns.
saying like if you want a TV, don't go to Best Buy and get a
Right,
TV.
right.
Find a nigga that's
exactly.
like, I got a 90-inch Vizio for
Yes.
140.
Exactly.
Everything got crackhead prices.
Exactly.
Real talk.
Yeah.
Or if you want like a stove and refrigerator, go to one of these motherfucking flea markets.
Yeah.
Don't
Or
take yourself to.
or sell money.
Yep.
You can sell money.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got dirty money. You want some money that won't get traced back to you. You sell $100 for
For-
$75.
Yeah. I got
Oh,
$1,000
like
for
bridge
$500.
card, but money, but
Yeah,
actual
yeah.
bread.
You don't see that happen too often because
Nah.
it's way better ways to wash your money. But if you got bank money that
and
was
that's
stolen,
the best that you can do.
you need to figure out new and improved ways of getting that stuff off little by little.
Or don't rob a bank.
What the fuck option is that? Get out of here.
Who? Where?
A designated nice guy. Shut the fuck up.
Or-
Nazis. Let's talk about Nazis.
Wait, wait,
Or
hold on, hold on.
make better choices.
Because this one is great.
Oh shit.
And this is gonna be what we're gonna have to plug in and edit. So looking at like robberies and stuff,
Ooh, I got one too. Go ahead.
there's a YouTube video of an ant stealing a diamond.
What?
There's an ant stealing a diamond. Yeah, like this jeweler had a pile of diamonds, and this ant is literally like he grabs one, and you can see him pushing it along the table. It's like a 40-second video.
He's like, you don't need this one.
Shit. Diamond
was-
crooks.
I was just impressed. 'Cause I
That
was
ant
like,
said
man,
generational wealth.
I'm like, this ant is
Facts.
strong.
Oh, ants are like really
Ants can
strong.
lift like several tons their weight.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it was
A whole
dope.
kernel of popcorn.
This whole dead bee, we can lift it. Don't worry about
Hey,
it.
when
Facts.
ants is on your ass, they on your ass.
The-
I'm thinking like when you step near some fire ants and they get on your foot,
I'm scared
how
of
bad
those.
that shit hurts.
Oh my god!
I could imagine them on like a caterpillar, tearing that bitch up.
That caterpillar for sure want to be like, I just rather be dead. Has
Exactly.
to be.
They like soon,
right. You just wait.
soon. So
I'm gonna die soon.
So here's a robbery. I'm watching the robbery. These two guys run into a liquor store. Liquor stores is they're of Arabic descent, the owners. They walk in with shotguns. He's like, give me your money. They put out machete. He's like, fuck you. and jumped over the counter at these niggas. They were so scared they didn't shoot. One guy got chased out the door. The other guy fell, and he just started hacking him. He's just hacking him, and you hear him screaming.
Oh.
Only thing that saved him was when the guy grabbed the machete, the adrenaline was pumping, and he had to turn around on the door side.
Oh.
So I'm sure he still bled, but he wasn't cutting.
My whole thing is that these people, Arabs, Africans, they live in third world countries. They have to fend for themselves. You think them niggas really give a fuck about you and your gun?
Yeah, I mean, you have to. It's generalizing to assume that they all went through that extra shit that we see on TV, but some of them have. You know what I'm saying? Some of these countries, violence is not as, oh my God, because
it's like that's
they've
how I
seen
go
some
to the
shit.
grocery store.
Like some people are here because they was getting away from the wild shit. So yeah. You walk in that grocery store with a shotgun and somebody whip out a machete on your ass.
You in
he
shock.
is not afraid.
You literally brought a knife to a gunfight. You are
won.
about that life.
And you won.
You know some techniques that will keep you from getting hit with these bullets.
Absolutely.
Nigga, keep your gas station. You got it.
Keep your gas
You
station.
I
can
may
have
not know
it.
karate, but I know
Crazy.
karate.
Period. I'm gone. It's
That
a
was
sticker.
so old. Get out of here.
Like a
Call me
nigga
Crazy Joe.
pulled a machete.
You can call me Batman.
A machete?
Yeah, two.
And
That was
then-
in sync. It was like, hey.
And nowhere in your brain did you go like, damn, this is sword. They got a gun. You literally was like,
No,
what
'cause
up,
at that
nigga?
point, you're in shock.
In shock.
You're
Listen,
completely in shock.
you pull out a motherfucking machete on somebody with a gun, it's gonna be a second of what the fuck?
Like, what the,
Yeah.
And nowhere in there am I gonna be like, nigga, I'm just about to shoot you because you stupid. I'm gonna be like, wow, he ready to go. Let me get out of this.
They probably
gas
didn't even
station.
have ammunition. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they was probably
they-
just trying to scare them
they
out
trying
of the
to scare
money.
them, yeah.
But that motherfucker caught that motherfucking hack job. Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
A machete though,
Yes, Nazis.
like
I'm sorry, the robbery one is so good. All right, we off that. Even though I did have one.
I
about
didn't have
cocaine.
anything for Nazis. It just reminded me of school and how many times like Anne Frank was drilled into my brain. And I'm just like, she wrote a journal.
Yeah, I actually went to the Anne Frank house
She was in school. I mean, she was in the attic.
Amsterdam.
Really?
Yeah.
But the tour is like so many people trying to go in there and see. We just didn't want to wait. We was like, ooh, cheese factory across the street.
I just feel like, what are you gonna see when you go in there? Her room.
Yeah,
Where
you see where she was hiding.
But you know
people.
what? I went to school in Greenfield Village, so I get it.
Yeah,
I understand.
yeah. I mean, this it's a very
Like going in like Henry Ford House or like the Firestone House or like seeing the slave quarters.
yeah. But see, you got to think World War II to Europe is a much bigger thing
Yeah.
because it happened there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where you go here, we're just like we had heroes. You know what I'm saying?
Because if I'm not mistaken, the United States wasn't involved like people was coming for us. We was involved like we was an ally to some of the countries.
so here's a little history lesson because I'm a little bit versed in World War II.
Go for it.
The United States economy was booming during World War II before we got in it. We wasn't in it. We were staying out of that shit. Why was it booming? Because we were supplying ammunition to both sides.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, so our economy was on fucking fire. At the same time, we was developing some heavy
So
shit.
what was up with the Great Depression then?
The Great Depression was before then.
Right.
Yeah.
That was World War One, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm could be wrong because the Great Depression was in the 20s, I believe.
The Great Depression was the 20s. That's why people are like,
When was World War One?
Well, no.
Hold on.
Well, it might have, it probably was early 20s. I think by the late 20s is when we made the resurgence. And that's where the term roaring 20s
came
from.
from. But
I don't remember when World War One was,
nah,
but World War Two, yeah, it was crazy. And the trippy part is,
the Great Depression started in 1929 and lasted into the late 1930s.
Okay.
Boom.
And
When
World War II was from 39 to 45.
World War One
And one
World War One
was
before
from
then.
1914 to 1918.
Okay, so yeah,
World War II is the section that Germany tries to ignore.
yeah. Well, see, so here's another interesting fact about Germany and World War II. When you go there, like Checkpoint Charlie's still there. A lot of the things are still there. Unlike America, they do not have monuments
No.
of the bad
Of the
guys.
bad
In
guys,
Germany,
right.
being a Nazi or practicing patriotism is considered a form of treason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like it should be here.
really
but
bad.
I digress.
But the people of Germany was very ashamed for a long time.
Oh yeah.
And they did not gain German pride back until they won something in the Olympics, like literally
Yeah.
like
Like
15
you for a
years,
while,
some
if you
shit
go
like
to
that.
Germany and you went like on a little bus tour, they dead ass would skip over 1939 to
No.
1941.
Absolutely not. No. We went on all of the tours. They don't skip
When
nothing.
y'all went, yeah, but before then, they wouldn't acknowledge any of it.
They would. If you go to Germany, they have never not told the truth. It's just not monuments, it's museums that tell the
Museums,
truth.
yeah.
That's what I mean. Like the museums that be like, they're there, but there's no like, oh yeah, well we did this and we did that. It's literally like, yeah,
Well,
this shit happened.
I'm
and it
telling you because I've seen it.
Yeah.
They do. They are very honest in all aspects about what happened in World War II. They are, I mean, like you can go to places and you'll be outside and then it'll be a little theater thing where they're showing what they did to other countries, like the film of it.
But they're ashamed though.
That's what I said. But
Yeah.
I'm telling you that they don't skip over nothing because that's their truth. See, that's the thing. America shouldn't have to erase history.
Yeah.
But they do have to tell it in the right way, and they do have to show it in the right manner. You can't show General Lee like he's a hero.
Yeah.
Exactly.
See what
Or
I'm saying?
General Custer like he got victimized by
right.
the Indians
Yeah.
when in actuality he
But
got what he had coming to
yeah,
him.
but I really tip my hat out to Germany because they actually
That's
tell
what
the
I said.
truth.
Germany is a really honest country.
Yeah, but they don't skip over nothing at all. I done been
At
to
all.
a few places like Hamburg, Germany, right? Where I said St. Pauli is and all of that. The other downtown, we're walking and we see this tall church burnt to a crisp. I'm like, what is that? Because you can see it from afar, and it's all this new downtown, and then you see this black ass peak. So we go over there. It was a church that got bombed by us, right? Well, see, Hamburg was the what do you call it? The port where a lot of the food and stuff came in. It might have got bombed by the Nazis. It got bombed. I can't
Either
remember.
way, it's not here.
So, you know what I'm saying? So it was a place where all the supplies came in, so they hit it.
Yeah.
So you go in this church, they kept a piece of it, and it's an elevator. They built an elevator in it. You go up the elevator, and now you're looking at all the fucking Hamburg because you're that high, right? But then it's, those little view things that they have. So you look at the view, and you see this new place, but then it's a picture right next to it of what it looked like right after it got bombed.
Shit,
yeah.
America won't even admit to the Oklahoma bombing, let alone have a
Look,
whole, you know what I'm saying?
Even be honest, look, they won't admit to Tulsa. They won't admit to
No.
Philadelphia.
Nope.
It's a lot of stuff.
Exactly.
Or
So-
the fact that Central Park was a black community before it became Central Park in
Yeah.
New York.
Yeah, I mean, but that's America. America will never admit to the evil of America when they got so many other evils to
Evils.
talk
They're
about.
because they're not ashamed.
Oh,
They're
hello. Don't like nobody playing on my phone.
shut up.
Anywho,
Um,
so prison theater.
Wait
Did
a
y'all
minute.
do any research on
wait,
Nazis?
We was just talking about Nazis. You go just skip. We got good.
We get
some
mad ass.
conversation.
I'm giving history lessons and shit.
You know what I'm saying? But I was actually, this is not related to what I looked up, but this made me think of something because we were just talking about World War II. So there's a very well-known luxury company these days, modern luxury company, that was responsible for jet engines and military vehicles during the World War II era. You know who that may be?
Side.
Nope.
Volkswagen.
Nope. Mercedes-Benz.
Oh, yeah, facts.
So,
I didn't know that.
and a lot of people don't know that the Mercedes-Benz signed the symbol. It actually has like most symbols, it has a meaning.
Yeah.
3 words. Can anybody take a guess?
There's no way we can guess that. What the fuck? I don't know.
Correct. We hate niggas. I don't know.
Air, land, and sea. Each point, air, land, sea. It's a 3-pointed star.
I'd have never guessed
I
that
know.
shit.
I just feel like
Fucking Captain Planet.
We're the Planeteers.
Did y'all do any research on Nazis?
I did find something out interesting. I found out that the swastika originated as a symbol of divinity and spirituality.
Yeah, absolutely.
I never knew that.
It's Swahilian, I think.
Is it?
It may be, but it was like mostly in Indian
not 100%
religions,
sure, yeah.
Hinduism, Buddhism.
Yeah, it was a positive thing.
Yeah, and they just took it and was like evil.
Yeah. I mean, it meant the same thing to them. It's just that their motive was fucked up.
Like super.
Yeah. So
It says according to Google, it's the cultures of Eurasia. It's used as the symbol of divinity and spirituality in Indian regions, including Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism.
Totally what I just said.
Yeah. Literally,
absolutely.
the same
Eurasia.
thing. Eurasia. But we was like, what
Eurasia
country?
is a real thing. Like all of those are not continents. It's all one big ass thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Word up.
Did you do any research on Nazis?
I did not because, like I said, all it reminded me, like I couldn't think of anything to Google aside of like history telling me the obvious, like that it's treason in Germany, and then like the whole Anne Frank situation, which again in school, like we learned about Anne Frank, like we watched movies and documentaries about her. And
Interesting fact. First time I heard about Anne Frank's,
Mhm.
I was in front of the Anne Frank's house.
when
Word.
the same time you went,
I didn't know. I was like,
yeah, like
who's
she,
that?
She was in the attic, and
As much research as I did,
the Jews hid her. No, the Germans
She
hid
hid.
her. Or no.
she was hiding people.
Yeah, she was hiding people. It was some.
Yeah.
She was doing some
hiding
shit she wasn't supposed to be
She was
doing.
hiding people.
Yeah. And
Yep.
Word.
Okay. Prison theater.
Mhm.
So I found this theater group in Colorado
Okay.
Mhm.
that actually goes on tour
In prison.
in other prison theaters.
Yeah. Actually, it is good money performing in prisons.
They have
Really?
been
Yeah.
to like a women's theater, and they did One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Okay.
And I was reading the article, and they were just saying like most of the prisoners are in there like either for the rest of their lives or for at least for 20 plus years. And the tour was nice for them because they got to travel to other prisons and actually see outside, which some of them haven't seen for 15 plus years.
Dig that.
Yeah. So that's what I found on that, because I was like, our prison theater is actually a thing.
It is.
And
Yeah.
apparently it's like a, another rehabilitation program for people, because everybody don't want to just go get like a regular
Some
job.
people are artists.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
people have like a creative
Mm-hmm.
mindset. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. What's that guy name? What they call him? Prison Bay or Prison Boo? What was?
And he's an actor now.
Yeah.
Or a model. I'm sorry. He's a model now.
Oh,
I think he might have
yeah.
done some acting. I'm not
Really?
100% sure.
I don't know. Let me look him up real quick.
Yeah. What you find on prison theater?
Pretty much the same thing.
Same thing?
Like different. There's a list of theaters that have a list of prisons that have theater programs. Then I found one that University of Michigan did a study, and they were talking to guys, and they were just saying how it's been making a change in their lives, and then, when they do get out, it's like, okay, this is something I want to pursue, even if it's just on the local level and things
Yeah.
like that. So,
Mm-hmm.
which I feel like it should be. Like you should, if you're in prison and you made a mistake or you made a bad judgment or whatever the case may be. Now,
Yeah.
look, murderers is a whole different
Yeah.
story.
That's a mistake too.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it shit
Bad
happens.
judgment.
But if
Yeah.
if
There's
you're
reasons why that happened too. Scientific reasons.
true that if your sentence is going to end,
Mhm.
the idea should be to rehabilitate these people. So number one, they don't do this shit again.
Yeah.
You want them to come back a better citizen. That's
No,
one
they
thing
want
that-
them to come back to
They
jail.
want to
Is
come back
what
to
they
jail
want.
because that's what they
because
want.
The funding helps them keep the prisons open.
Moral of the story is, when you go out of the country, don't go alone. Find somebody that knows the
Not only
language.
should you not go alone, you should go with somebody who's familiar.
Yeah, don't be like me, because I will just go.
Because ain't nothing worse than two confused people.
I would just go. I've learned to just learn how to pronounce the words and the vowels, and now I know what street I'm at.
Yeah,
And
but
I
now
will get there.
you have a built-in translator with you at all times.
That shit works like shit. Okay. All right. We are a whole ass podcast.
Ganzer Ach.
What?
Translation: whole ass.
What the fuck did you say? Okay, hold on. No. Now I gotta know how to say it. Okay,
What language was that?
We gonna do different languages.
What else?
Fuck you.
Мы некоторое время в заднице. Ganzer Arsch. Podcast.
And we are ridiculous.
Thank you.
It took like 5 tries to do that shit.
Dr. Sean.
Thank God for editing.
This is the Whole Ass Podcast.
Whole ass.
Podcast.